Okay, trying this again. Let's see. Having technical difficulties. There we go. Wow. I'm on the group now. So, there we go. Is it? I hope it's Josue. Hi, Josue. So I'll wait for a second and see if some more people show up. It's going to be interesting because I get to film backwards. So, Michelle. Hey Kim. I think I made it to the right place. I have no idea. So, yeah. I'll wait just a couple more seconds. Oh, good. Oh, it's Michaela. Okay, let me see. There we go. Oh, it's Michaela. Oh. Okay, let's see. Gotta turn the volume down on the iPad. There we go. And Amanda. So hopefully you guys can tell what won, at least on the last count. So we're gonna do this one a little bit bigger. I'm gonna be painting it upside down. And that will be right side up for you guys, so yeah. So hopefully everybody's having fun. I'm glad you guys made it. There's 7 of you. I think that's good enough to start. And hi Debbie again. Yeah, I was having some, as you guys called it, or the group calls it, technical difficulties. It's been yeah, kind of interesting. So I can't get my camera to film sideways, and because I use this tripod, it causes me some issues. So okay, so I'm gonna get ready to paint again. We're gonna paint this rock, and I found a bigger rock which I just watched to do it on. So we're gonna do it on this rock. So I'm gonna go over the colors. You're gonna need white and black, whatever white and black one you guys. Oh, hi Lyndon, glad you're here. And Cassie. Yeah, so the colors are going to be black and white. And I use student grade artist paint for my black and white. You could use whatever paint you like. It doesn't really matter. And the reason why I use those, and I've been using them more and more, is because they have a little bit more of the acrylic polymer and more pigment in them. So I find that they flow a little bit better sometimes, and they don't take as much. They're not as transparent. But again, you can use whatever you want. We're going to use red. I'm just going to use straight old red here. And it's probably upside down. There we go. Oh, red. Right, set up for you guys. Because I'm lazy, I'm going to use this pure pumpkin. For my orange, I might mix up some too. All the colors of the rainbow again, pretty much. I'm going to use yellow. Bright yellow. And a dark green. I got a grass green. Am I upside down? No, I'm not upside down. And then I'm going to be using peacock blue and a bright blue. Usually, I think when I painted this rock, I was using a color called phthalo blue. It's just like an artist 2 paint, but I think that both these will work just fine. I don't want to, if you want to try this, I don't want you to go out and buy paint. I want you to use what you have. So you could get away with just using red, yellow, blue, white, and black as well, because you can make whatever colors you need from that. So let me see, for the brushes, I'm going to use a bigger brush. You could either use like a flat. I don't even know where all my big flat brushes are. So I'm just going to use one of these angled brushes, just bigger. It doesn't matter if you don't have one. You can use whatever brush you need, just because I need to put on some of the background paint. I'm going to bring out my trusty number 0 round Princeton Art Brush Co. These ones are just with the Craft Smart brush sets. And then I'm probably gonna need some type of a liner. So a thin liner. So I'm just gonna pull out 2. You could use whatever you have. You just need a pointy little brush. You could probably get away with using the 0 round, which I might just use that. I'm gonna pull out this 20/0, yeah, so 20/0 liner. And then I need a munched brush. So yeah, munched. And if you were with me last time, I call them munched because they don't hold their shape anymore. You can see the paint's falling off this one. And yeah, I don't get rid of them because I can use them. But if you don't have a munched brush, you can use whatever little brush you have. You could even use a Q-tip. I should have got some Q-tips for this part. We'll be using this for the leaves of the tree. So I'm gonna start up by mixing up some paint. I wish I could get this in the camera. I don't want to cause an earthquake by moving everything, but got my palette set up. Okay, I got this palette. It's a case at where did I get it? Hobby Lobby. I don't remember how much it cost, but when you close it, my paints stay good for probably at least a couple days, especially if I add a little bit of water to one of those paint cups. It's great. So I'm gonna get a whole bunch of white. Maybe I can get this in the camera a little bit. Whole bunch of white, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit of that. I think it was the bright blue. It has a little bit more of a green in it, and I'm gonna mix up a bunch. So can you guys see that? We can move a little bit. There you go. See, you want to get it pretty light, and this is gonna be for the sky. I think that'll work. Right, so I'm just gonna mix it up. And then I'm gonna paint about 3/4 of it blue. I don't prime my rocks usually. You could put Modge Podge on it. I tried that today, it was okay. But this layer will kind of help the other layers go on first. So yeah. When you're doing, hi Rick, when you're doing something like a landscape, it's always good to think of working in layers. So you're gonna have your background and your middle ground, and then your foreground. So background in this case is gonna be in the sky. I was gonna get a good coat of that on there. Focusing okay. Let's try that. Right. And oh my gosh, everything is like all over the place in here. Okay. I'm gonna rinse my brush, and I'm actually gonna put down a layer of yellow. Yeah, it looks like that's what I did. So, a layer of yellow. And this will be for the grassy area. Now if your yellow is really transparent, you could mix a little bit of white in with it, and that will help. Oh yeah, yay the trees. That means next week I'll do the lion. So either might be painted out on Saturday. I've volunteered to help or to teach a class for 801 Rocks to help out the admins. So down at the Artesian Collective, and London, I'll be sticking around to help with the kids class as well, that I guess is happening right after that. And there's links to that on the main page. So sorry, my hand got in the way. But there's that. I gotta let it dry for just a second. Man, my dogs are dirty, and I'm actually allergic to my dogs, and so today's been kind of rough. My eyes got all gooey. It's bad allergies, so it's a good thing that they're gonna go get groomed. So still a little wet, so we gotta wait here for the paint to dry. So yeah, this is the fun part. I'm gonna look at this rock, see what we're doing next. Okay. So it looks like the next layer, I'm actually going to get a smaller flat brush, is would be what we consider the middle ground, right? So we're going to have some like green trees, bushes off in the distance. So I'm just going to get a little bit of my green out, and I'm going to be using, you know, that bright green. And then I'm also going to be adding some yellow to it while I paint. I'm not going to do it while I'm mixing it, but I'm just going to get a whole bunch on here. So they're going to be a little bit bigger on this side. See what I mean by the transparent? And I'm going to go ahead and pick up a little bit of yellow. I'm just going to mix that right in while I'm painting. I'll get it right down to the edge. A little bit more green. And just bringing this over. A little bit more yellow. Oh my gosh, I got some water in my yellow. I think tonight though I am gonna change my album. Me and boyfriend collect vinyl. So, which means you gotta stop and take a break and flip things. Oh, there's my rock. Yeah. A little bit green, more green. Okay. So down here, right here in the middle is where the tree path is gonna end. So that's why it gets lower. And then it's just gonna get higher as it goes up. Remember, this is part of our middle ground. So we've got background, middle ground, and the foreground. Oh, and it's nice because, like in the middle ground and the background, you're not going to be able to see much detail, so you can get kind of, you know, messy, or I'm going to call it painterly. Oh, I got this nice and wet. Okay. So there's that. All right, gotta go back and look at the rock while it's drying a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna take some more green. It's kind of funny, I just painted this last night and was like, how in the heck did I do that? So, always trying to remember the order. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put a little bit of green for the sides here. It's gonna be, again, like a messy green. So I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow. And it's gonna get closer together or smaller. And then kind of angle out. So I'm just gonna do some brush strokes going horizontal across it. So, and it's gonna get closer together as it goes in. So there's that. Can you guys see that okay? That's what we got so far. And it's already kind of starting to look like a landscape. So. Okay, and then looks like we need some, we're gonna make some orange, so I'm actually gonna make some so we can get a little bit of variation. So I'm getting some red and some yellow. I'm not gonna mix it all the way together on my palette, and I'll show you in a second. I want a lot of the mixing to happen on the rock, okay? So that's how much I mixed it. So not a lot. And I'm gonna kind of take this. Oh, I got too much water, hold on. So it happens I don't dry my brush good in between. So I'm just gonna kind of pull it across the base there. And I'm actually gonna pick up some of my orange now with some more of the red. And I'm just gonna add some color in here too. Okay. So maybe a little bit more back here. Alright guys, you're gonna have to watch it upside down for a second so you can see. Sideways. Okay. So I got that. I guess looks like I put a little bit back there. Hi Hope. Hi Sonia. People joining. Yeah, Kristen, I am painting upside down because I can't, if not I have to wrap myself around the tripod. So, yeah, it's interesting. I don't usually paint upside down. So still kind of working a little bit on the background or this middle ground area. So I just got some red. I'm just gonna put little tiny dabs back here, kind of, you know, where it's kind of like a part of the horizon line back there. So we're getting these layers of color built up. So, okay, I'm gonna grab some white. Now this freaked me out the first time. I was like, white? Yeah, I'm gonna use some white, and I'm just gonna drag some around here. Now it is a little bit thin. But not too bad. So add a little bit over here. I can kind of view this as like light. So okay, we are almost ready to start the trees, and we'll be adding other stuff too. Actually, I'm gonna add a little bit of blue back here too. Again, I'm just using that brush and I'm just kind of adding some stuff. That's why this rock's probably upside down to you guys now. Okay. Hey, Susan. So, yeah, kids. White. My kid she's gone all day, but she's a teenager. She gets mad at me all the time. She's like, Mom, I don't want to see any more of your rocks. I got her to paint with me once, and she did, gotta show you guys these. Just need that to dry a little bit anyway. So she did this one. It glows in the dark, it's pretty cool. And she did this one. She won't let me hide them. She says she's gonna hide them, but she hasn't yet. But she is really talented. I wish that I was as talented as she is. When I was 16, so I've had to work quite a bit. Okay, so let's do these trees. I'm gonna mix up some brown. Now there's a bunch of different ways you can mix up brown. I am actually gonna do it the easiest way that I know, and I'm gonna do orange with a little bit of black. So, and I'll kind of show you how you get here. It's got some black and some orange. It doesn't take much black. Oh, and I'm getting this nice brown color. Any complementary colors like red and green, yellow and purple, orange and blue will also give you a brown, but yeah, I think that's a pretty dang okay brown, especially for a dark brown for the trees. Hi, Jen. Okay, gotta take a break. Oh my heck, allergies are out of control. Okay, so we're gonna start with some smaller trees in the background. Well, actually, I'm gonna do some bigger trees in the front. So if something's lower on your rock or like on a painting, it's gonna tend to feel closer to you. So, right, I'm gonna pull this one all the way up. And I'm just barely touching the rock to get some of these thin lines. And I'm just gonna do a few big branches going out. So I'm just gonna go up a step a little bit, and then I'm gonna do one that's just a little bit shorter. And we can add some highlights and shadows to these in a minute. So this one, and these don't have to be perfect either. Like this other rock, they're definitely a little interesting. And you could do these with a smaller brush too, so if that makes it easier for you. Oh, this is my 0 round, so this one's going to be lower. And then I get a little bit bigger at the base, right? So, and this one even lower. Might need to add another tree. Yeah, it's gonna be upside down for you guys for a second so I can see what I'm doing. My hand gets in the way. So. Oh, it's about time to flip the record. And yeah, I think I want to do another one. Oh dear Lord, did you see how fat that one got? He is wide right here. He is a big old tree. Okay, so there's some trees. I'm gonna hurry and flip the record. Okay, so we got some trees. I'll leave it at that. The two little ones way back here, as you can see that I put that in at the end. So oh, Stephanie, oh, accidentally deleted someone's comment. I'm sorry. Crap. I have an iPad up. My fingers are too fat. I didn't mean to do that. I think it might have been Jen. I'm sorry. Let's see. Yeah, that Masters brush cleaner, I love it. It really cleans the brushes well. And yeah, I said I still have my small one in here. Right, it's only, this one's super small, but I paint a lot, so you can see how much I've used. It didn't go all the way to the top. And I probably, I don't know, probably clean about 4 or 5 brushes at least once a day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, but yeah, it's awesome. And on Hobby Lobby, if you have one near you, they have those 40% coupons all the time. So that's a great way to save some money on it. And they come in all different sizes, so we have huge tubs. They look like Miracle Whip tubs at school. It's just great, saves the brushes. So I am going to go in now and just kind of put in a little bit of a dark edge on these trees. And I just added a tiny bit of black to the brown I already had. I'm excited too. This ends up being rock number, I'm counting my rocks again. Swore I'd never do that. Rock number 71. So I am, or 72. 72. So I am ahead of my goal for the month, which is good because I kind of worry about summer vacation and those types of things. So, okay, then same thing, I'm going to add a little bit of white, or take a little bit of white and get a little bit of brown for it. And this is going to be kind of like that light edge I had on the trees. So just a little bit. And with this, just keep it consistent. So I guess I decided that closer to the path is going to be my light edge. You know, I'm going to take a little bit of light brown too. Go ahead and put it down here, just for fun, because I don't know, seemed like it needed it there. Hi Tracy. She probably came and went, and that's okay. So, okay, so let's get ready for the tree branches. So we're gonna do, not the branches, but the tops of the tree with a little heart, and then we're gonna do a little bit of work on the grassy area, and then it's gonna be done. So pretty fast rock, really. And just remember, if you screw up, it's okay, because it's acrylic paint, you can paint over it. So that's awesome. So we're gonna go in with old brush, or whatever brush you have. I'm gonna use this one again, and I'm gonna mix up a little bit of light pink. So we're gonna work lighter to darker and then add some more light over the top. So and I mixed it up in a weird area on my palette, but I will show you guys about the color. And I'm not gonna really worry about mixing it all the way super smooth. Right, so light pink. And if you don't like to mix paint and you already have a pink paint, yeah, you could try that out too. So actually just added a tiny bit more white. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in a heart. Now I'm just gonna dab this brush straight on here. And this is why, you know, kind of like a brush you don't care about is good. If you have one of those laying around. You could also try using a Q-tip. And I don't have any down here, or I'd show you, you know, kind of make dots with that. So there's the heart for my middle. And I'm gonna have some trees back here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start kind of dabbing around here. It's kind of like, I've never sponge painted before, but I would imagine that this is what sponge painting is, right? Oh my gosh, hi sis. My sister's here. You should be, oh, I guess you don't have to be in bed. You don't wake up that early anymore. I should be in bed. It turns out I need to go into the school. It says error loading and won't play any tips. I don't have any tips. Is there anybody on the group that can help her out? Jenny, are you still here? Is it working for you? Jenny just got off work. Yeah, Jenny, let me know. Yeah, I don't know why it says error loading and won't play any tips. Thanks, Susan. Yeah, I'm on paint mode and try to talk so you guys don't get super bored. So again, I'm just dabbing this on with my technical term munched brush. But it's given that kind of leafy look to it. Oh my gosh, I could have said happy little trees. Look, we're making happy little trees. Oh my gosh, okay. I know, and you could, let me See if I can kind of fix it a little bit. You could dab it this way too, right? So say you don't want to ruin your brush, you could carefully dab it. Okay, so there's the first pinky layer. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add a little bit more red to that color I just mixed up. I'm gonna make it darker. And we'll see if this is any darker. A little bit, I'm gonna make it a little bit darker. Oh, thanks, Stephanie. Thanks for trying to help her out. Susan's still here. Did you get it to work, Susan? It's being a little wacky. I have no idea why it's being wacky. Maybe, maybe with the playback it'll be a little bit better. Oh. I know there's a delay. Like, I am way ahead of the comments that I read, so I try to make sure it makes sense. So, yeah, so I'm just picking up some of that red color. And it's not pure red yet, it's just like a super dark pink. And I'm just dabbing it on again. And it's okay if some blue shows through because, you know, trees aren't solid, so you want some blue to show through your leaves. And maybe Facebook is having some issues tonight, so hopefully the replay will work. And hopefully I haven't been on here too long. So we got one album side. I knew this one was going to take longer than a fluffercorn, so if you guys painted a fluffercorn, you're freaking amazing. So those have made my week, seeing everybody's take and how different they were. I just loved all the all the individuality, you know, that was out there. And you know, people were like, oh, mine's not good. I was like, oh my gosh, what are you guys saying? These are like amazing. So, okay, I'm finishing with some areas of this darker red. And then, you know, if you want to, you can go back in and, you know, add some more light pink areas. But this is kind of like maybe the shadowies between some of the trees, where it might be a little bit darker. Oh, I still got 14 people here. That's good. So, I never know a good time to do these things. So I figured before I go to bed. Yeah, see if you can rewatch. Yeah, hopefully you guys can use some of these techniques on different rocks. That's kind of the plan. You know, I can paint a rock and then you guys can go in and try it, you know, maybe on other things. So I'm just adding some really, really light areas now because I thought that would be fun. So, okay, so let's put in some of this stuff down here. All right. So I'm just gonna go in with maybe like a yellow-green color. It'd be a little bit darker than that, maybe. Yellow-green brownish color. There we go. And I'm just gonna put some of this stuff. I'm gonna have a tree back there. Kind of over the little tops of those trees. I'm gonna have a tree back there. And then I'm gonna pick up a little bit of red. And these are like little scattered things. Maybe I'll take some pink too. Okay. So, I like little scattered stuff at the base of the trees. This is a fun rock for Valentine's Day. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it around because that way you guys can see. So sorry it's upside down on your end, but if not, my hand blocks it. So then you could do as many of these little leaves as you want. Oh, we are almost done. So almost done. I just noticed something back here that's bugging me, so I'm gonna hurry and try to fix it. I don't know what color I'll use. It's a little bit of a blue-green, this area right here. So there we go. Okay, so now you know, you could add some more grass, some more green. That's all completely up to you. I just need to get the two little tiny trees back here, and oh, and some branches that are sticking up through the trees. So again, I'm gonna make up some more brown, like a dark brown. Again, I'm using orange and black. You can use two brown. Again, any any complementary colors will make a brown. I hope you guys try this. Oh, you're in Kentucky, Kristen? Oh my gosh, maybe I should start doing this a little bit earlier. I'm gonna be doing another one this week. Oh, and I'm just picking little places to continue on my branches. And I'll upload it to my YouTube channel. I can't get these ones uploaded there. But, yeah, it's just a small little channel I made to help people. It's Melinda Lucas Paints Rocks, because I didn't know what to call it. You know, little branches sticking through. But yeah, you could check that out. There's a few videos up there right now. I think like 5. Just mixed up some, like a dirty orange for back here. I'll flip this over again, or at least sideways for you. So decided I need some leaves down by these guys too. So yeah, I think that is it. So we got the last thing. You know, the awesome thing about Modge Podge is it makes the colors pop. So I'm just going to see if it's dry. Yep, I'm gonna quickly add some Modge Podge to this. Because this is when I kind of get happy. It's, you know, craft paint's kind of chalky. A little bit too much Modge Podge. But you put Modge Podge on it. And then the colors are like, they're okay again, you know. I get all teary-eyed. Okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. And I think that's a little bit better. Oh, Kristen, just for work. Okay, yeah. So there we go. So we got this. I guess a few questions I wanted to answer from last week's tutorial. Just gonna let you guys look at this rock for a second. You know what, Kim? Okay, let me show you guys, and I'll flip the camera up. I'm a mess, but so I can actually talk to you guys. I use really cheap Modge Podge from the dollar store. And for some reason, I always do Modge Podge my rocks before I seal them. I don't know why. I think I just like to look at the color that it brings out. I don't think it's necessary unless you use a Sharpie. So the question I got was, can I use Sharpies on rocks? Was one of them. It's like, you can. I would put a couple layers of Modge Podge on it, and then before you go in to seal it, I use this stuff. You know, I'd wait for a couple days, and then you've got to put on super, super light coats. You can't like go and be like, oh, I'm gonna put on a whole bunch, make it all super shiny, because it will bleed. So you hold it pretty far away. I would say maybe 18 inches, super light coat. And then say a prayer, and then, you know, wait an hour or so, then you can put another light coat, maybe another light coat. So yeah, you can use Sharpies. I used to use them all the time, but you can't go full bore on the spray. It won't work. Another question I got was gel pens. I've used gel pens on rocks before, but I've used them on unprimed or unwhite painted rocks, and I didn't have a problem with them smearing or running. I did seal them with Modge Podge before I sprayed them. So yeah, that's it. But I got any other questions that I can answer for you guys? Maybe I'm gonna flip this up. Hopefully I'm not upside down. Hopefully I don't look too terrible. Oh my gosh, there is a light on. We'll see. What is that light doing? Oh my gosh. I don't remember there being a light before, so that's pretty horrible. I'm blind. Yeah, so look, I'm all ready for bed. I look beautiful. If you guys got any questions for me, you can ask them now, or you can just ask later. I'll try to answer them next week. Yeah, paint this rock. That would be like amazing. And then see if you can come to the rock class. There's still, or the rock painting class, there's still a whole bunch of spots left, and I would love to meet all you guys here and help you guys out. I have one rock planned for sure, and maybe two if we have time, so kind of keeping them a secret. So hopefully you will come. I promise I'll be fun, and I will help you guys out and hopefully teach you something. And I look forward to seeing everybody here next week, Saturday or Sunday. I'll let you guys know, and we will do, let me go find it. This little dude, right? So we will paint him. So rock on, have a wonderful Sunday evening, and I'll see you soon. Oh, and I gotta turn this off. Oh wait, wrong place.